YouTube, what's going on? It's been a while since I last made a video, but I am back with some unadulterated cancer. Get your chemotherapy ready. This is the most ridiculous stall deck that I have ever come up with, and I'll tell you what, it's almost impossible to not get King of Games with it. I went 15-0 last night on stream, didn't lose a single game. So let's go ahead and break down the deck and let me kind of explain how all this works. So, you've got your Lava Golem here. Now, Lava Golem's going to deal with your problematic monsters like Jinzos, like piercing monsters, the Six Samurai Shiens, things of that nature that's going to prevent you from using your spell and trap cards to stay alive. Now, one card you guys probably haven't seen yet, Reject Reborn. This is actually a trap card from Cybernetic Rebellion, and the only part of this card that actually matters is when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, end the battle phase. So it sends them to their end phase, immediately. There's nothing they can do. So, basically the entire deck, just Reject Reborn, Impenetrable Attack, Rainbow Life. Now this card is extremely important because it's a chainable trap that you can chain to removal, like Hey True Nade, Cosmic Cyclone, Galaxy Cyclone, whatever they use to destroy your back row. So it's important to have these in the deck. Now the worst trap card in the deck is without a doubt Draining Shield. It only stops one attack, gains you a little bit of life, but if we get a replacement like Wabaku or something at that point, I will drop these for a card like that. We also rounded out with Regulation of the Tribe, Curse of Anubis, and Windstorm of Itaqua. Now, the way that this deck wins the game, most of the time, is through Localized Tornado. Now, you can shuffle all cards in your hand and your graveyard back into your deck. So you get down to where you have like 2 cards left in the deck, your opponent probably has 4 to 5, and then you flip that and they rage and just stall you until time. It happens. It happens in one of the replays, so take a look. Now, we finish this out with a Necro Valley and a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Now, what's important about that, you can't beat Dark Lords, you can't deck them out because they can keep shuffling all their stuff back into their deck. So you have to be able to shut off their ability to keep sending their cards back into their deck with their Dark Lord effects. So both Necro Valley and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror do the job on that front. Now, the skill that we're using is going to be One Card Wonder. Now, what does One Card Wonder do? This is actually a Legendary Duelist drop. It is a random drop, and what it says is you begin the game with only 1 card in your hand, and during each of your draw phases, you draw 2 cards instead of 1. So after your 3rd turn of the game, you actually have more cards than if you weren't playing this skill, and then that's where it starts to get crazy, because now you're drawing 2 cards a turn, and you're just going +1 every single turn. So it's pretty insane. It's really difficult for decks to be able to get out, or enough threats quickly enough to get through all of your cards. Now, basically, either what I'm seeing on the ladder right now is either my opponent cannot OTK me if I go first with only 1 card, or I go second and I begin the duel with 3 cards, and I basically win every game I go second. So the only cards you really don't want to see are as your first card in your opening hand, probably going to be your Lava Golem, your Necro Valley, your Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Rainbow Life because you won't have another card to discard, and Localized Tornado. Everything else keeps you alive. You got your Winged Karibo, your Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat, generates 2 tokens, that fills your board up. It's pretty brutal. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of these replays and show you how the deck actually runs. Have a good one, guys.